Hey guys, Cognitive Shanky here. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'll be talking about the string literals. Before starting with the tutorial, I'll be coding on the command prompt today by converting it into the Python interactive shell. If you have set your Python path in the environment variable, you will also be able to follow the same. I'm doing this as Python ideally doesn't provide any inbuilt clear screen commands. So let's get started. So we need to just open the command prompt and we need to type Python, and the command prompt will be automatically converted into the Python interactive shell. So string are the data type that is used to store the text data. So to create the string literals, we need to enclose them inside the single or the double quotes. So let's create some of the variables of it. So let's say I have a variable name and I want to store hello world into it. Another, let's take name1 and I'll be storing it into the single quotes. So in these two manner, I have created two of the string variables, and let's just check the type of them. So as you can see that I have created two variables, one with the single quotes and another one with the double quotes, and you can see that yeah, both of them will be of the string data type. Now to create the multi-line strings, let's say sometimes we need to have the name3 or name2 is equal to hi, how are you, and after that we need to have the message in the next line. So I will enter it. As you can see that I got an error, so it is because I hadn't end the quotes. With the double quotes we cannot have the multi-line strings, so to do it we will be having the triple quotes, that is name2 will be equal to hi, how are, and to end the multi-line strings we again have to enclose them into the triple quotes, either single quotes or double quote, we can use any of them. Now let's just print it. So as you can see that the multi-line data which we stored in the name2 variable, it is printed as it is. Line breaks are inserted at the same position as we have done while creating the multi-line strings. As you can see that the statement doesn't terminate in a single line when we use the triple quote. So in this same manner we can have the 2, 3 and whatever how many number of lines we need in our data, we can use it. In Python, strings are treated as an array. So to access any of the element of the string, we can use the square brackets. That is, let's say I have a variable temp and I store my name in it. So let's say I want to access n in this. So as we know that any of the array starts with an index 0 always. So it will be stored at the index 0, 1, 2 and 3. So to access n, I'll be have to use square bracket and I have to pass 3 in it. So the third index element, that is the n in our case, is printed on the screen. Another interesting thing in Python is that Python doesn't support the character data types. Unlike any other programming languages, character types in Python are treated as the string of length 1. So let's say if I have a variable a and I stored character c in it, so it is also a string with a length 1. Let's try to create another variable with a single quote. So now to see the type of it, type a. So you can see that even if we have to store the character types in our variables, it will be treated as a string in Python only. Let's just clear the screen. So to do so, we have to quit the Python interactive shell. So we can use the quit method or we can use the exit method to do the same. Now we need to just clear the screen and again start the Python interactive. Now another thing is, let's if we have a variable temp which store hi how are you. Now if I want to slice this variable into certain parts, let's say I want to extract how from this variable. So to do so we have a slicing technique, that is start colon and colon skip. So start and end skip will be passed to the square bracket. So in this starting index of the slice, ending index of the slice, which is not included actually. So if we want to print up to the fifth index, we have to pass the sixth element as the parameter. Another thing is the skip parameter, that is if you want to print certain elements after skipping of the others, so we have to pass the count of the skip characters. So let's say in this I want to extract the how from the temp variable. So its starting index is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So the starting index will be 3. Then up to W we have to print. So 4, 5. So if the W is at the fifth index, I have to pass the 6 as the ending parameter. Now let's just check it. So you can see that in this way we can slice any of it. So let's try to extract the R from it. So for that, temp and R will be at the 6, 7 will be the starting index, 8, 9 and 10. So we have to pass 10th at the index. So you can see the ending index is not included any of the time. Similarly, we can have the negative slicing as well, that start from the ending of the screen, that start from the ending of the string. So U will be at the -1, O will be at the -2, Y will be at the -3 and so on. So let's say if I want to print E from the temp variable and I have to use the negative slicing technique, so E will be at the -5 position. So as you can see that -1, -2, -3, -4 is the space and E will be at the -5. Now if I want to print from R up to O, so we have to use temp -7, that is the index of the A in the negative slicing, and if we want to print up to U, that is till the ending of the string, so we cannot pass -1, as I already told you that the ending parameter is not included when we try to use it. So if we pass the -1 to the slicing technique, so -1 is the U index, so only up to O will be printed. You can check it. So as you can see that U is not printed, so to do so we have to left it empty. That is, if we do the slicing in this manner, so from starting with the -7th index up to the end it will be printed. Now coming to the point of using the skip parameter, that is the third parameter of the slicing technique. So let's say if I want to print from the starting up to the end, so I have to left both of them empty and I want to print after skipping two elements, that is each of the third element should be printed. So let's just try it. So as you can see that after printing the first H, it skips 1 and space 2 and then print the H of the how, and then again it skips the two elements and prints the third element, that is the space. So similarly, if I want to print the, so in this manner you can see that when we pass the step parameter, that is 2, then it skips the one element and prints the every alternate element that it founds. Now unlike the other programming languages which have the inbuilt string reverse function, so in Python there's no function that can reverse the string, so we have to use the slicing technique only. So to reverse the string we have to use the -1 as the skipping character. So from the starting up to the end, when we try to print it in a negative parameter, so it will reverse the string automatically. So this is all about today. To learn more about the string, stay tuned to the channel. I'll continue with the string operations in my upcoming next videos. Thank you guys. I hope you like the video. Share it and do comment to provide any necessary feedback, and subscribe to my channel for such videos. Thank you.